Well, welcome back, folks. Apologies for that technical issue. You'll all be very familiar with it, I know, but that is just the way the game seems to be functioning. Medium tyres on everybody's car, with the exception of Pampern and Avalac, who will join us for the race. Thankfully, 12 drivers we will have take the start of this race, and the drivers just getting themselves into position now after the end of the formation lap. Thankfully, we've managed to get you some decent angles and coverage in time for the start of the race. Hashim will be on the inside on the approach into La Source for the first time as the lights build, and we're underway shortly for you. It's time to drop the clutch and go with a good start from the McLaren. Slight wiggle from the AlphaTauri on the outside, and it looks like possibly even 0-2 getting level at least with Gatui Levy on the inside as the McLaren goes wide and spins, causing absolute mayhem for Hashim away from the start there, and several other drivers, including his teammate, caught up in that melee from the start. Avalac moving his way up successfully, but it looks like it's Uzi with no front wing. Hashim, who has got himself back running again, so it's the Ferraris both on top of the race as they head down towards Les Combes for the first time. It is a full safety car after that catastrophic start. It looked to me as if either of Gatui Levy or 0-2 tagged the McLaren, who had run slightly wide over the difficult curve on the exit of La Source. So carnage at the start, not quite as bad as the famous, I think it was 1997 or 98 race that was just an absolute debris collection, but that was one of our worst start crashes we've seen in a long time here on the channel. 0-2 will have the lead of the rolling start, but hopefully that's not the first of many safety cars still to come. There's a lot of room on this racetrack to get it wrong and not cause a safety car, but that was particularly difficult for the McLaren team. Uzi will be grateful at least that a safety car will mean he won't lose a huge amount of track time, but he is in P9 and will almost certainly be further back. Avalac managed to catch them, but not past them before the safety car was called, so he will be at the back. So Hamrick and Chums have retired from the race altogether, so we are down to 10. AP Mark, I'm good. How are you? Good to have you here watching with us. Bit of a difficult start to the race tonight with the kick from the lobby, followed by a very difficult first corner exit for the cars. So through the cars go. I'm expecting to see at least one McLaren head to the pits. That's Uzi. I hope he can get the car turned into the pit lane. He goes at a snail's pace to just about get that sorted. Avalac in the pits as well, I'm pretty sure must have suffered some damage on the car. So unfortunately the cars didn't ghost in time for Chums, Hamrick and Uzi. Hashim spun around, I think, after contact, or at very least going slightly wide after La Source, but we start lap 2 under the safety car. Hopefully it won't be too many laps under safety car tonight. 22 total laps we expect. We've had one corner so far under racing conditions. So I'll ask the audience tonight for your predictions for the podium. I didn't get to do that during the formation lap, but let me know what you think. We'll call it a restart 20-lap race, so you can make your predictions now. 0-2 and Pampern are up there at the top of the order, all gaining places with the drop of the McLarens. Hashim down 7, Uzi down 5, Gatui Levy also involved in that. So the top 3 all having issues. Certainly the top 2, I should say, plus Uzi. And in terms of tyre strategy, Pampern looking great there with only his teammate in front of him. And he's going to have to work those tyres really hard as they reach the end of the lap to make sure. Under these slow speeds, these long corners don't help you generate the tyre temperature. And he really needs that tyre temperature on the hard tyres to be able to be competitive with the likes of Shakes behind him and Stoffel hot on his heels with the medium tyre. We'll probably see majority of the cars go for a one-stop, with the exception of the guys who've already stopped, Uzi and Avalak. I don't think Uzi will get maybe 19 racing laps out of the hard tyre. He may decide to give it a go. Looks like everybody has caught up to the tail of the safety cars, so fingers crossed that as they head through Blanchimont, the lights will go out above the safety car. Can't really see from this distance, they are still flashing thankfully, so let's see if they turn out now. And 02 will have a job on his hands to slow the field. It's going to happen. It's going to be a very late call. No, looks like we're going round again, folks, unfortunately. AP Mark says Pampern P1 and Shakes P2. Well, complete your predictions for me. Do you think that Zero will be able to feature on a double Ferrari podium tonight? Or will someone like Tui Leby, who was quick in qualifying, and Hashim too, be able to get themselves up onto the rostrum? No penalties, of course, from the drivers. I say of course, but there was some contact as far as I could see on the first lap. So no one being given a lot of a harsh penalty for that. But our laps tick down under this safety car. AP Max says 0 for P3. Sorry, P4. Gatui will be in P3, says AP Mark. Okay, good to know. I hope one of the some of the Osman family are back watching the McLarens, Uzi in particular. Oh wow, that looked for a moment like the Ferrari had lost grip. 02. Certainly working the wheel very hard here, harder than his teammate is, and it's his teammate who really needs to be very attentive to those tyre temperatures. Just give me a thumbs up if the stream is still functioning okay. My second device isn't showing it very well, but there's quite a big internet demand in my household right now, so hopefully all is well. Looks like I've got movement anyway now, which is good. So safety car, I can't see why the safety car wouldn't come in at the end of this lap. The track is most definitely safe, and thanks to Ulrich for that one. Awesome. So confirming you can see what I can see on my main screen here. The Aston Martin safety car really does look very, very slow around this long forest circuit here. Classic circuit of Spa. One of the few circuits I'd really love to go watch the race at. As long as